Hi there, you are at the Nervos Wyckoff session, so we'll look at both weekly and daily Wyckoff patterns and see where Nervos is going. So here we have the weekly chart where we know Nervos is basically within the accumulation cycle, and we already talked about a few weeks back we have seen the second test that is lower than the selling climax. However, currently there's a leg upwards, and what we are hoping to see is the sign of strength. Currently we are not seeing it yet. It seems like it's gathering momentum to head to that point. So last week we have a little bit higher volume. This week not so much, but there's still a little bit more than 3 days left, so there will be time. And this is the backdrop. Assuming if it is really heading towards the sign of strength for the weekly time frame. If we go to the daily, previously we've put in the sign of strength over here. There isn't much of a retracement at this point. There was only a little bit of red cross over here, and if this is really riding the trend of the weekly, this big wave heading to the SOS, in the daily, we're likely going to see a buying climax. And this buying climax, so remember, the weekly controls the daily, right? So if the sign of strength is as high as the automatic rally, last time the peak point was 0.0065, but it landed or ended somewhere near 0.006. So if we look at the daily, this is where the yellow line is, and this is a resistance line actually set by multiple points. The daily buying climax last time, the automatic rally from the selling climax, as well as this bottom of the preliminary support period. So there were multiple instances since February that set this resistance, so it's not something easy to break above. And the buying climax this time on the daily chart may likely have resistance around here. So last time it tried to go above that, but like in the end, all 4 days actually closed below this line. So this time, this is the first stop we're likely to see. And after the SOS, there may be a bit of retracement. It may be deeper or may not be as deep, just that there may be some consolidation before the mega cycle comes again on the weekly time frame. And if that's the case, then this may come down from the buying climax briefly, may or may not be getting to the point of a selling climax, because it can go as like a crazy upthrust immediately, depends on how quickly it happens. So in terms of daily volume, it keeps on the rise after the initial surge. So if this momentum continues together, the chance that we see this buying climax becomes more like getting closer to reality. So